Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Mourning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Duncan Sr. We are here, grateful and thankful and excited to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you today to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Mourning Grief Devotion. Hey, this is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through all of your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, is the natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. That grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because mourning is a good thing. I'm so grateful and thankful for you all here today as we lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 48. We're going to get this thing straight. We're going to talk about the courage to keep going. The courage to keep going. Do you have the courage to keep going? Do you have the courage to keep going? A lot of times, a lot of days, and a lot of instances, we can get so discouraged that we just don't even want to go, right? We don't have the courage to keep going. It can seem so tiring. It can seem so, things can be so devastating that it's hard. It's just hard to keep moving forward. It's hard to keep moving forward. It's hard to face another day, another year, another day without them, another week without them, another month without, another year without them. Like, uh, another new year without them, another birthday without them. It's hard, y'all. It can be difficult. It can be difficult. Where do we get the strength to keep moving forward? Where do we get the courage to keep going? Where do we find it, right? Because we have moments of happiness, we have moments where we're smiling, moments of joy. We have moments, but then we have memories of what happened and what took place. And this can be hard living without them. It can be so difficult. That life can be so difficult. Things can be so rough, right? Where do we find the motivation to keep moving forward? Where do we find the courage to keep going? Let's talk about it today, y'all. Grief can make even the smallest steps feel like mountains. They can make the smallest steps even feel like mountains again, right? The smallest steps. This can be, I'm talking about, um just experiencing big things, but even the smallest steps as well. There are a lot of people who, especially initially when things happen, the smallest steps of getting out to bed, right? The smallest steps of just eating something, the smallest step of just facing another day, right? That grief can make the smallest steps even feel like mountains. Yet every step forward is an act of courage. Every step forward is an act of courage. Every day forward, every step forward, anything that you're able to achieve and do. I'm getting in my head the picture of like somebody in rehab. A lot of times, people that are in rehab, whether they got to learn to walk again or you had surgery on your knee or your hip, you had it replaced, and now you're in rehab, and now you got to take a step, right? You got to take a step, and something that you once did without ease, you did without thinking, you did second nature. Now, right? It can seem so difficult to take a step, right? But even the smallest steps, right? In rehab, the smallest step forward is an act of courage. Like, I did it. I did 5 steps today. Oh, I did 10 steps today, right? Every step forward is an act of courage. And so, even as you navigate through your grief journey, every step forward is an act of courage, right? Being able to get out of the bed, being able to hey, you walked in the room, right? Being able to face another day, to face another holiday, to face another Mother's Day, Father's Day, to face a birthday, to face just another day, period. It doesn't even have to be a special day. Every step forward, just to be able to face it, it is an act of courage. Choosing to wake up, to engage, and to keep moving is proof of your resilience. Y'all, as you wake up, as you engage, you keep moving. This is proof of your resilience, right? And I say this because some people, and I've seen it, some people, I'm thinking of a couple of different instances now to where somebody lost a spouse, and then 2 weeks later, the other spouse like, "I you ain't leaving me here by myself. I ain't gonna keep going. They check up out of here." Or, people be so connected that one person goes, and then the next, a month or a year later, the other person is so difficult, living without them, right? Whether it's sickness, disease, or just the will to live. They no longer have just the will to be here. And so, um, as you navigate through your journey, you got to know and understand that waking up, engaging, moving forward is proof of your resilience. Resilience, the ability to be able to bounce back, right? Resilience, the ability to be able to continue to move forward. And I want to commend y'all, right? Everybody that's on here watching, um, everybody. I'm looking at the names from Nikisha to Miss Linda, Mama, Carmen, Connie, Sean, Laura, Willette. So man, losses. Some of y'all did the services of your loved ones, right? Laura and Carmen and Sean, right? And so just being familiar with the losses, Miss Connie, right? Just being familiar with losses, or even if I didn't do the services, I'm familiar with who you lost, right? Nakisha and Linda, and Mama, of course. And so um resilience, just the proof that y'all jump on here every single day. This is resilience, the proof that you still here, right? And for some of you, Miss Connie, for some of you, it's just been a couple of months, right? For some of you, it's been a few years. For some of you, it's been longer than that. But you have continued to move forward. You have continued to put one foot in front of the other. You've continued to wake up. You've continued to show up. You've continued to be resilient and to bounce back in this thing called life, right? And you should be commended. I'm gonna pause for the calls and just give God a round of applause. That's right. Yeah, for you, right? For you. Give them a round of applause for you. It's my applause button. Give them a round of applause for you because you deserve it, right? Because you're moving forward. So you don't have to feel strong to be strong. You don't have to feel strong to be strong. Even in your weakness, you are displaying immeasurable bravery simply by continuing forward. I know you may not feel like it, may not seem like it, but you are showing immeasurable bravery, right? Just by simply continuing forward. Here's your point of application, y'all. Acknowledge one small step that you've taken today. No matter how small, remind yourself that each step is progress. Remind yourself of one small step that you've taken, right? By this time, some of you may have taken giant steps. Just acknowledge that and remind yourself that each step is progress. I say it all the time, small steps lead to great distances. Small steps lead to great distance. Continue. I want to encourage you, continue to do the work. Continue to do the work. Continue to do the work. This is what's important. This is how you navigate through the journey. Continue to do the work. Um, yeah, today, my brothers and sisters, is day 48. Thank you for helping us to get this straight. The courage to keep going. The courage to keep going. Keep going. Amen. That's Connie said. That's me. The bed was my sanctuary, but God, I know that's right. Hey, Miss Carla, good morning. Attending my uncle's funeral this past weekend. Wow, I found out so much about who he was outside of being uncle. Yes, that's what I love about the homegoing celebrations. My favorite part. I'll give way for more of that versus the ministers having remarks and even the eulogy. Now, I'm gonna preach the eulogy, but I'm gonna keep it at about 13 minutes. The part I love is the stories. Get up and tell stories. Help me to see them in a different way. Help me to know something that I didn't know. Share something that I didn't know, right? Share your experience. We all see them from different ways, right? What's your story, right? I told you, my whole goal is for everybody to have a Corey story, and when I check up out of here, I want everybody to have a core. I'm gonna do something for people to submit your Corey story and compile the video. That might be the service or something. I don't know. Submit your Corey story and we gonna compile a video and, and show it. I want everybody to have a Corey story, right? Because everybody, the impact, everybody impacts everybody in different ways. And there's stuff that have no clue about, right? About them. And so even for the loved ones that's passed in your life, there are ways they impacted people, touched people, helped people that like you don't even know about, right? And so that's good. Hey, Lisa Tyner, just lost my stepbrother to suicide. Oh, so this is hard. We're so sorry to hear that, Lisa. So sorry. So sorry you had to navigate through that. You're hearing that. So we're here every single day, Lisa, at 8 a.m. For this Good Mourning Grief Devotion. This is our third year, every single day. So you can join us. It's just a grief bite, right? It's just a little something to kind of help you to navigate through the process of grief. And so it's a community, it's a village, it's a community. And so we gather together. And I thank you for joining us today. And I pray you come back. But our sincere condolences to your brother. I did good on Saturday until my niece did an AI video of me hugging my mother. It sent me over. I bet it did. Them AI videos, man, I'm telling you, they are something else. And I've seen those. I started to do one too. Yep, you can do AI videos, and it's like it seems so real. And you like, man, this is crazy. And so, yeah, good job. My nephew did a phenomenal job with his story. He did. He really did. I was impressed. I said, listen to him. Look at him. He did a great job. Lisa, I'm so sorry for your brother's loss. Yes, absolutely. Sorry to hear that, Lisa. Um, yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all. Look, I hope and pray y'all have a marvelous Monday. Again, we are here every single day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just helping you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. Help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. Y'all say a special prayer for me too. I'm just finishing up my schooling, so my D-Men project, and just continuing to have the motivation and the discipline to lock in and to finish that. Is dealing with grief, and what I'm working on. It's not just a project, but it's something that's going to be tangible and super beneficial even after I graduate. And so just pray for my strength and discipline to finish, to get it done. And so I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hope and pray y'all have a marvelous Monday. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Good morning.